So I first came to Japan in on the February 14th, 1990, and I was lucky because I'd met this sponsor from overseas who said he would look after me, and he did. And but he had, so when I first got there, I had one day in the house where people go. And then the next day I went to see him, and he said, right, tomorrow one of my guys will pick you up and take you to a house in Nishi-Obukuro. All right, Ed. And so he did that. And then on the Saturday night, I went with one of his guys who ran a company for him. And so we were on the train, and I noticed then that the people were wearing masks. And I said to my friend, you know what would be a great idea? If people, they just put a smile on the mask, or a face, or a word, or greetings, or something like that. Just because these masks are too plain. And that fucking faggot cunt fucking shot it down straight away. The fucking faggot. I fucking hate that bastard. Fucking Tetsuya, the fucking faggot from fucking Tokyo. The fucking cunt. I fucking hate him. So the idea of this video is, don't let any fucking faggot or non-faggot fucking tell you or shoot down your idea. If that faggot's your dad, your mum, your brother, your sister, your work friend, tell that fucking faggot to fuck off. I think that's about it. Got that off my fucking chest, the fucking faggot. Why don't they have spoons? Some restaurants they don't have spoons. Some restaurants they don't have knives. Why is that? What's wrong with these cunts? Because I know if that fucking faggot were here now, he'd say you can't do that. You can't bring your own avocado into a restaurant. So if you're watching now, maybe you should rewind when this video is posted. You know why that is it? Because they're fucking cunts. British Telecom. When it was about 21, maybe something like that. And it took nearly 1 fucking year for the cunts to approve the idea. 1 fucking year. 30 quid I got. So I just thought, fuck that. What's the point of coming up with fucking ideas There's actually fucking fibre. I mean, real fibre in this avocado. What would they do in America, Red, if you was eating your own fucking avocado in the restaurant? I walked for about 1 hour and a half in the Turkish bath the other day. Thought that tired me out. I'd give him a bite as well. Did you see that cunt in Florida that shot the guy because his fucking burger was late? So the girlfriend said, I'm going to get, she wasn't happy. The guy he's only just started working there. The guy returned the money. He goes, I'm going to get my man. He was complaining. The guy put him in the headlock. He didn't like that. It's a Burger King. So he went back to the car, got the car, and fucking shot him. That bitch should be charged with fucking first degree murder as well. I remember waiting 20 minutes once in McDonald's. That's the longest I've ever waited. But it's just fucking, they're serving all the fucking driving customers first. That's it. Just because you give them fucking weight. I hope they've given the fucking death penalty. The guy was 22 years old who died. Who was murdered. Fuckers. What's the cheapest salad you can get in America, Ed? I wish I had a spoon. Don't get illegal in a lot of countries, yeah? What did he say? I must admit, if I was in America, I think I'd fucking shoot quite a few people, actually, to tell you the truth. Because when I get fucking mad, I get mad. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But there's not all that much. I I have been involved in more fights than I've actually seen amongst Japanese people. Well, has it ever crossed your mind to do that yet? Have you got a gun? Well, four people, then nine. Dick Cheney. If you're the real Dick Cheney, you're a fucking cunt. But I suspect you're not. Did you ever get that mad that you had thought about shooting someone? Did you see the one with the copper when he said he'd kill some he'd kill you know he'd kill someone if they came to his door. He shot another fucking copper. He just put the gun to the door and shot him. What's fucking wrong with these people? Everyone's blaming George Bush for that war, but I think it was Tony Blair that goaded him into the war, because after that, Tony Blair and everybody hates Catholics. You're a Catholic, aren't you, Ed? What if it's that guy that played him? What's his name? The English actor, the guy that lost a lot of weight and then put a lot of weight back on. I think he should have played. He should have played. He should have played Batman as the same size as he was in the Manic. Christian Bale, that's it. Yeah, yeah. He should have done it, because what he did, he lost a load of weight. I think was that he lost a load of weight first, and then he had to put it all back on for Batman. What he should have done, he should have like buffed up. I don't know. Maybe it's still just as bad, isn't it? They take you as soon as you want. Yeah, my girlfriend was a Catholic, and every Sunday I had to. She stayed at my house and she had to go to church. So I said, "You fucking go on the. I'll pick you up, but I'm not taking you up there as well." I think no, because Michael Keaton is no longer for this world. He's gonna catch. I've got a list of people who are gonna die of COVID, and he's on the list. So don't look forward to that. Do you play games? Not with silly cunts like you, no. There's a I think with the unagi restaurant, they just make it flash with like the heart and the liver of the unagi, and then they charge you a small fucking fortune. Okay, Donald, have you have a nice day too. Try to if it's the real Donald. If you were talking about, I bought an HDMI cable with the thoughts of doing that, and I couldn't fucking figure it out. Truck you from first time I've seen that one. I am at Joy Cafe or Joyful Cafe. You, James, I looked on all your friends list and they all looked very posh, your friends. Fucking Cambridge, Oxford. Which university are you at, Hugh? Is that your real name, Hugh? Did you know, according to the Nesbit, if you're called Hugh in Scotland, for somehow you're called Shugs. Japan, Ronald McDonald is called Donut Window. I didn't know that. Are you sure? I think you're pulling my leg. So, Hugh, are you well connected? I don't, why is that? Why is that funny, Ed? I don't understand why that's funny. Did you know that, Hugh? That was on a famous of Naz Resbit. Naz Resbit, Rob Nesbit. His brother-in-law, was it his brother? Maybe his brother came down from Scotland to visit the family. If you haven't seen that, you should see that episode. Obviously, Ed, you haven't installed Grammarly on your computer. You'll never get university mates like me if you don't install Grammarly. What's your university, you? Come on, tell me something posh. That's what I need to cheer me this horrible fucking day. Yeah. Yeah, but you... But it doesn't matter if you've been to his island. It's either you're a pervert or you got fucked up the arse a lot of times. So, there's no good news coming out of that fucking story. I read something on Facebook the other day about a bodyguard or something, and he was like telling his experiences of working for Jeffrey Epstein and going to the island. It was fucking... How true it was, I don't know, but it was quite an interesting story. Anyone else see that? The Duke of Hurl. Anybody seen those new 5G phones? They look very fucking posh. Hey, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of getting a number, a new telephone number on Skype. Anybody heard anything about that? Which you? What are you talking about? Who did that song now? Juke, 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 go boom, juke, juke. Yep, you don't want a foot long penis up your arse. Just gonna get some water. What would you rather have, Ed? £75,000 in an account, or £2,000, or 17 grand and £2,000 for the rest of your life? Oh, there you go. Hughie's talking in riddles. Look, I think you can tell that Prince Andrew fuck that girl, and she was happy about it as well. When you think about the young girl, 16, 17, who did you shag last night? The third in the line to the throne of England. You know, I'm sure she was looked after. Lots of fucking, my sister would have, lots of fucking girls are knocked up at 15 and 16. No, you pay 500 yen, I think, for the number. I asked my daughter if she could get me a phone off Amazon. She hasn't replied yet. Yeah, that's quite funny, isn't it? Because the woking pizza, because at that time, Prince Andrew was woke, and that's how he came up with the. Are you trying to say that Penn's wearing a bra? No, but I can get. It's only £2,000 a year. I might be able to even get more money. Yes, they are. Fucking, I tell you what, the fucking staff in Japan are really talented. No, but I can get a little lump sum. But the thing is, if I nominate someone, if I die in the next few years, they only get off of my pension. If I take a lump sum, if I put 50, I don't know, is it 50 grand? Maybe 60 grand, nearly 60 grand, and I put it in like some kind of fund, maybe I can make more money on that. No, but the lump sum is going to go into an account which I won't touch. But the thing, see, I won't. The main reason why I won't touch it is because the fucking strength of the yen is shit. So the name of the game at the moment is staying alive. I already put it on the fucking stock market and I lost a lot of money that way. That's fucking thanks to George Bush and fucking that cunt arguing. I think I've got 6 out of date sausages, but they've been in the fridge. Yeah, so the thing is though, Ed, when you've got that much money, it's that easy to order like let's have another bottle of Dom Perignon for breakfast. It's got to, you know, there's so many of them just drank themselves to death. The one that's left is the miserable old geezer, Barry. Born in Manchester, went to Australia for 10 years, and then they said now he's travelled around the world. Now they said they're fucking Australian, the suck up cunt. What did you, James, just say? I missed that one. Well, no, because I won't be able to touch it, and I want to like leave it in the market. And I agree with you. You just use it for living expenses, but if it's in another country where I can't touch it, under great penalty, so. And that is why I put my money on the table when I get home. She speaks only the best English. No, she doesn't speak. Like she's learning English now. She speaks. She doesn't speak like she doesn't sound. So my worst fear that she's going to Australia, or she was, and then my worst fear was picking up an Australian accent. But now she's studying English on Netflix, and she's beginning she's beginning to pick up a bit of an American twang. So I will have to get her watching English television shows. Like Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, the Aussies. Well, I think the Aussies have some great sayings. I bet the Americans come up with some good sayings as well. I was watching a new show last night about 7 children that were adopted at birth or something. They all became pregnant mysteriously. It sounds a bit like the Woodwitch Cuckoos. For another Barbie and the Gimp. You're in good form today, Ed. That's twice you made me laugh. Have you got a new fucking writer? So I'm thinking today of going into town and crying poverty. Because I asked the Inazawa Council for a loan. They said, oh, some money. They said no. And so there's an office in town that helps foreigners. So I'm just gonna see if I can get some help. See, another part of this about getting a job is, will it increase the chance of working with people, increase the chance of catching the Nova? There's nothing wrong with being a Canadian, apart from being a Canadian. You're not sure if the virus is real. Actually, it's just I've just been watching this guy on Facebook. Daily Naz he's called. I think he's from the Arab Emirates, and he makes some quite good videos. It's quite good. I like him. Bit of a strange, loud way of talking, but he's. Can you see that there, Ed? Can you see that there? That's the beginning of a fucking comb over. Can you see that? Well, I want my Barry can. What do you think, Ed? 6 sausages, 6 American sausages, big ones, and a can of baked beans and some mushrooms for dinner. What do you think? And then jump on my motorcycle and go to town. Does that sound like a dangerous plan? Well, they say they stored, I don't know, is this a 70 ton of fucking explosive from a sinking ship? And now has Israel got anything to do with it? But they said high buildings were brought down in it. 2,700 tons, fucking hell. Well, in 1912 in Nova Scotia, which is in Canada, where my friend comes from, there was a massive explosion, and that killed 5,000 people. But I said, like they said, 70 dead. That's just the beginning of it. There's going to be more than fucking 70 dead. Just been reading something. I saw the headline, and it said 50% of COVID people that recover have some kind of mental problem. But as Geek has already got a mental problem, he's beat him to it. Well, I think it's pretty real, because people are dying and people are suffering, and people are saying it's very, very fucking painful. Exactly. You're ahead of the game, Geek. Yeah, but the thing with the line is they've got to know you, yeah? I do talk to a few people on online. Maybe I should start doing a bit of a survey to see how many people have actually got line. Well, I think people should, like I said a few weeks ago, it's not the fact that whether it's blocking stuff out. It's strange it breaks up. Geek was ramping up those V1 and V2 rockets into London. I think I mentioned a few days ago that I like piss nearly 2 litres, but recently that's dropped down. But then I'm realising that because it's the hot weather and I'm losing maybe a lot of water vapour through my body. In Japan, they call, twin and earth. I don't know if you call it in America, but twin and earth is like electrical wiring in the main base in the house. And they call it V-wire in Japan. No, I'm drinking a lot of water. But like I'm drinking water continually throughout the day. But like I say, until Monday or Tuesday, I was pissing quite a lot of water in the night. 5 times a night, pissing a lot. But the last 2 or 3 days, not so much. There are no mask laws. No, there are places that ask you to wear a mask. Yeah, well, there's a young girl, 2 young Norwegian girls that I like recently. One is called Aurora, and the other one is called Sigrid. And Aurora came out. They ask all these pop stars to do this fucking certain chat or something, and they invite them along. And so what she said was that in your, like in your eyes and things like that, it's like green or yellow. This in Japanese it's called mekuso, so it's eye shit. But what she informed the audience was that there's actually urine in your eye that comes out of your eye. There's actually urine in it, even before someone pisses in your face. And apparently it was confirmed by someone on the thread that, especially me, Ed, I fucking smell like urine. Because people keep telling me to piss off. No, I think the original use of the mask in Japan was to stop giving their cold to other people. And someone was trying to tell me yesterday that the incidence of flu, or they seem to revive better from flu in Japan. True or not, I don't know. Yeah, well, it makes common sense but they say that, but I still think people are coming into the country. Yes, all waiters, and they all wear masks. Yes, all restaurant staff wear masks. Mine's green. So you can't. A North Korean fishing boat. One of the worst things that I ever one of the worst fuck ups I ever made. This Scottish guy who lived in Canada offered to take me to Hawaii in his boat, but there was a problem. I needed to spend $230. If it wasn't for that, I would have gone. Yeah, now and again, now and again, someone falls out of the plane when they're getting into Heathrow. I think they're laying on the. I think what they do, you know, the exit doors. You know, the doors of the bay doors open up and the landing gear comes down. I think they lay on there having a rest, and then and then they forget. That's the right fucking surprise call, isn't it? Falling through the air at 120 miles an hour when the alarm goes off. That's what happens when you don't set your alarm properly. Yeah, well, blame Donald Trump. Of course it's a pain. But imagine being in a country where there's lots of it. Someone came out with a figure the other day which I find very unbelievable. They said 0 points people that have got the disease, that only 0.6% have died from it. The world is turning into a big North Korea. Shut up. What about Margaret Thatcher's gift to the world? Privatisation. Let's find out if our friend Hugh is a young Tory. We've got a Japanese guy complaining about food. That is so fucking rare. Because usually it's me. Well, China are getting a bit dodgy, aren't they? You know, first it was the Uyghurs, whoever they call them, fucking retraining them. Now they're telling the Catholics or the Christians in the country to like fucking give it all up, or they lose their welfare. Now they're sending fucking seeds all over the world. I'm waiting for the first. Just waiting for the first story to come out now. Jack and the Beanstalk. I swept up the front of the house today, Ed. Keir Starmer. We all got bullied in school. There was one bully at our school. He wasn't a very nice kid. He used to pick on everybody at school, in school, out of school, on school. His name was Alan Burley. Little gingerhead kid. He was a gingerhead kid. Stocky. And even when someone tried to like put him in order, he punched the guy right in the fucking eye. And so that didn't stop him. And then after school we met him, and he was still the same size as he was at school. So we were like a foot. He was about fucking 5'2" or something like that. So that's what you get when you bully people. You get turned into a fucking midget. And I did feel like smacking him, but then again, even though he was 5'2", he might be. It would have been more embarrassing by getting beat up by a 5'2" kid. But it was poetic justice fucking seeing this fucking bully cunt like now a midget. Chicken, steaky and potato croquet. What's today? Black Nika coffee. No, I haven't tried that coffee. Can't say Black Nika, that could upset a few people, though, couldn't it? I was going to do a video the other day, Black Lego Matters. I found a few black Lego blocks. So I'm thinking about these sausages now. How should I cook them? Grill them? Microwave them? anti-tank firing. And there was this guy, he was a big guy. He was fucking really big and strong, young Mancunian. And he was eating a can of beans cold out with a spoon. And we just thought it was disgusting. And recently I did it. And the Heinz baked beans are nice, just straight out of a can. And Heinz baked beans made me the man I am today. It's about time to reclaim that lost youth. Oh yeah, sardines out of a can. But I heard that those sardines were actually escaped prisoners. Is there any truth to that, Angel? No, where did... Oh, Geek's back. He must have gone somewhere. I said those sardines are boiled, Korean prisoners that have escaped and been boiled down and put in cans. Just a rumour. Boil them in sizzling water. So, I need to find a mask to go into town because maybe they won't let me in without a mask. Yeah, I got the sausages at half price 2 weeks ago in Liquor Mountain. I think they're spicy, getting the name of the company now. I used to wear a bandana on my head. Stop getting burnt. Yeah, I was talking, like recently, the new cases in Japan were down to 40 a day. Now they're averaging about 1,000, I think. But so, what happened to the mask theory? I'm going to get some more water. Soon. What if Russia gets it first or China? To be time to be nice to China and this is the problem with Britain. They think they're fucking tough. The president government, they're like fucking slagging Russia off all the fucking time, and there's nothing they can fucking do. There is nothing they can do. Even if they hadn't killed off the fucking army, there's still nothing they could do. Where do you think you picked it up from, Geek? Any idea? Which Kung flew down? Yeah, someone told me there was somewhere near Iwakura's got it in Komaki. There was a cluster. But those ladies don't kiss in anyway, so they're safe. How's that forest going in Los Angeles, Geek? If you got type O, you're okay. I'm type O. My daughter's type O. Type O sounds like a fucking mistake, doesn't it? I don't know if is it either Onega or pause? I don't know what I am. Kim Kardashian was Kim Kardashian and her sisters were super spreaders. It's never too late to become a superhero. Look at Donald Trump. He's 74 and he's done it. So all these things they said about Trump a few years ago seems to be coming true. That if he lost, he wouldn't leave the White House. Right, guys, I'm going to get off. I need to pay Sander shit. Maybe asleep. Go with your God. See you later.